Well, with memberships at a consistent decline, 67 volunteer fire companies across Lancaster County are struggling to respond to higher call volumes. News 11's Holly Hare has more on how they hope to put out fires and ignite one in the hearts of potential volunteers.
Lancaster County's firefighters have been relied upon for decades, but with a steady drop in memberships over the last few years, they're hoping their plan to recruit volunteers will help with higher call volumes.
In Lancaster County, where about 90% of the population is protected by volunteers, it's very important.
Commissioner of Blue Rock Fire Rescue Dwayne Hagelgen says membership statewide has fallen from 250,000 in the 70s to only 45,000 today, a statistic he attributes to a different day and age.
Life in general, you know, a lot of families now have year-round sports that kids are doing, or mom and dad are both working. It makes it very challenging.
But the Lancaster County Fire Chiefs Association just received a nearly $400,000 grant to be used for recruitment and retention.
We might lose one or two per year, but if we can bring in a couple more per year, you know, maintain our levels or make them greater.
Years ago, Dwayne Ober with Warwick EMS says fire companies used to be able to get 4 or 5 trucks to every call, but now are lucky if they can send 1 or 2. Luckily, there's still a community of support for those wanting to help.
We have a lot of businesses that allow their employees who are volunteers to leave during their working hours to respond to fire calls. If we didn't have that luxury, our fire companies would be hurting very deeply during the day to respond to fire calls.
If local companies don't see memberships increase, it could fall on the taxpayers' shoulders, meaning higher taxes would ensure full-time volunteers on staff regularly.
It's sad to say, but there might be fire companies that go out of business because they just don't have the ability to respond, and no one wants to see a fire company close, you know, within their neighborhood.
The Put Out the Fire, Ignite the Passion campaign kicks off in March. Recruits will be directed to becomeafirefighter.org. In Lancaster, Holly Hare, News 11.